Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, issue number 6. That's right, folks, we're back at it. And this is the creative team going forward for the book. So the first couple of issues were just different artists on each turtle. They all come together in one way, and now Juan Ferreira, or Ferreira? I'm not sure how you say their last name. Ferreira. Sorry, I keep saying it. I really like the way it's spelled. It looks fun. They're the artists going forward. I'm semi-familiar with their work. It's still, it's incredible. This is a gorgeous looking book, and it's not what I was expecting from the Turtles. Like when you tell me Jason Aaron's doing the Turtles, I don't know what I'm anticipating in my mind, but it's not really this. Everyone's mad and angry. They hate each other, and I kind of dig just like how this vibe is so claustrophobic and estranged. It's pretty cool. So we open up this book and we get some narration from Master Splinter. He's talking about how like in karate it's about balancing the way you fight. You know, there's not much difference between how you punch someone and you destroy their jaw versus how you shatter your own hand. And you have to like have form and unison. You have to work in unison with yourself and the things that you are with, or else you're going to end up with 4 busted knuckles. And we emphasize that with like the Turtles on like some garbage ship headed towards New York. They jump off for the sewers. It's just the classic team back, and everyone does look similar in terms of like build, but there's just a little bit of differences. Donatello is still very skinny because he hasn't eaten in a while. Raph is kind of more like stout, a little bit more built. Leonardo, more classic. His legs are a little bit bigger than Michelangelo's, but Mikey's got like the larger arms. Kind of a cool idea. They don't even get like a couple steps into the sewers until they start yelling at each other. And by that I mean it's Mikey and Raph who hate each other. Mikey's pissed because Raph maybe killed that warden, and that's why they have to like hide from the law. Nobody's understanding anything. It's just bros who are yelling at each other for no good reason, saying, Mikey, you ruined my life, blah, 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 all that stuff. Leonardo even gets involved in the shouting, and everyone's just kind of confused by it. Everyone's yelling at each other, saying, shut up, you're terrible, I hate you, just yelling at each other. And then Donatello's like crouched in the corner like, guys, Splinter says this isn't helping. And Mikey's like, that's a dead rat. They're like, shut up, Mikey. He's been through enough. Donnie's still holding the dead rat from his own issue. Mikey is just the most charged one in this book. It's kind of insane. He's yelling at Raph. Raph socks him in the face. And then Donatello holds up the rat like, you're right, Father. It's never been this bad before. I don't know what drove us apart. What are we doing again? This isn't working. This isn't good. And suddenly they like smell something coming from the sewers. More so than like the smell of a sewer. And behind Donatello are some flames, and then boom, some flamethrowers attack them. They can't even get into the city for 2 minutes before they're attacked by stuff. So they have to like crawl out of the sewer, wind up on the streets. Some Foot Clan characters who are a little bit different than the Foot Clan, but are the Foot Clan specifically if you read this book. They are on motorcycles ready to attack them. They're literally here for 5 minutes and the Foot Clan's already on their ass. Kind of cool. So they managed to like take a couple motorcycles. It's still Mikey and Raph yelling at each other. Donnie and Leo get on top of like a bus, and Leo's like, all right, clearly we're the only 2 level heads here, Donnie. We're the sensible ones. Let's figure this out. He turns around to see Donatello still playing with the dead rat. He's like, all right, looks like it's up to me to be the sensible one. The artwork is gorgeous. I love the colors and I love the style. Like it feels so different with each location we're in. I can't explain it. Like, everyone's so angry and angular when we're in the sewers, but we get to, like, the streets in the nighttime. Everyone's acting like a ninja. It's more, like, flowing, the artwork. Then we get, like, sprayed with, like, some big lights, and it changes the whole dynamic where everything looks different. When we're in, like, the shadows and the silhouettes change, the coloring is fantastic. This is, I think, we're early into 2025, but this is the best-looking book I've read in 2025. Easily. It's so gorgeous. They climb on the roofs. They try to evade. More snipers are on them. They jump down. The fire department sprays them with water so they like fall into like the streets. Since what is the fire department against them? The fire department is really like holding axes ready to break the turtles. Donnie's not even paying attention to what's going on. He's holding the rat like, Splinter, are you all right? Talk to me, please. And we see one of the firemen about to like hit him in the back with their axe. But then we cut to another scene. We go to the hospital. And we see that the foot patrol are like guarding someone that they put there. What's going on? Something happened. They found the turtles. So they're going to like leave their guarding duty at the hospital to go figure that out. We then see a red-headed woman silhouetted with a potted plant walking into a room. She gets there and she's like, oh my god. She turns on a light. It says, to Casey from April. And she's like, oh Casey, I hope you can hear me. I'm gonna put up the fight. I'm gonna do what you can't do anymore now that you're down here and fighting for your life. And she picks up the hockey mask. Like, oh, is she gonna become a Casey Jones character? I mean, I'm sure we have seen that somewhere before. But the idea of April being like, it's time for vigilante justice to come my way, and she's gonna put on Casey Jones' stuff, that's sick. That's funny. I love it. Oh, let's cut back to Donatello because he's got, like, that metal shell. The axe does nothing, but he freaks out and attacks the firemen. The turtles are fighting everybody, and just normal people are recording them now. Like, this was our city once, we helped save it, but now, because Raph maybe killed that warden, we're public enemy number one. Everyone's looking at what we're doing. The police show up. Raph's like, I didn't kill that warden, I didn't murder anybody. And no one's helping each other. No one is, like, just, like, acting rashly or calming down. Leo's trying to get Raph to take it easy, but then Leo's just like, shut up for a second, you hothead, and he punches him. So Raph punches Mikey, Leo punches Raph, everyone's getting mad at each other. Leo and Raph are literally about to fight, and Mikey's like, Donnie, we gotta break this up. He's like, no, guys, stop. Splinter says, we gotta stop this, and Mikey just goes, Donnie, for the love of God, that is a dead rat in your hands, that is not our father, and it stops everyone's fighting completely. He's like, what? Whose the voice in my, before he can finish that thought, they're attacked by more foot soldiers. Huge spotlight is shining on them. The flamethrower ninjas are emerging from the sewers. The firemen are ready to attack. The police got them. Hale shows up with his army. We are literally in Times Square. Bystanders are filming them. There's guns pointed at every single one of the turtles. And we see, like, on, like, all of the billboards is just, like, wanted, criminal, killers in a half shell. Raphael killed a warden. Whoa, so they're a great shot, though. Holy crap, I love that. Ninja Turtles are, like, so unanimous with New York City. I love the idea that, like, they're outlaws in that city. It's such a cool idea. I don't know where this book is going to go now. I genuinely don't. This is interesting. I dig it. All we are is 4 busted knuckles and 1 dead rat, and Tawny's still holding the dead rat. That's fun. I like it. I really like it. This is interesting. This is a take I wouldn't have had, and sometimes that's where the best stuff comes from. But honestly, why would people think Raphael killed the warden? Just because the sais are in there? Because nobody else has carried a sai before? I don't know. Whatever. But it's great. It's great. It's so much fun. Let's see what April's going to do. Channel 6 is clearly on the side of the law. We'll see what happens. So, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, issue number 6. I am going to give an 8 out of 10. Now, thank you all for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And of course, I will catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.